going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Once again, welcome back to the continuation or the start of whichever time you came into the channel. 31 Days of Myers. It is officially October. Happy October to you and yours. Spooky season. Nothing but good, fun vibes coming out. Fall atmosphere, the leaves, the pumpkins, the trick-or-treating, the costumes, the parties, the hay rides, the fires, smells in the air. It just goes on and on and on. Today I'm reviewing another 2022 movie. This one just came out on Disney Plus. I am talking about Hocus Pocus 2, ladies and gentlemen. Which this movie brought back the original cast. It brought back Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, Kathy McKinley, and Doug Jones as Billy, my man, Butcherson. Honestly, I really didn't know too much about this film. I didn't even watch the trailer. But to see Billy back really was a big deal because he was probably my favorite part of the original, and I was very glad to see him back in this one. This one tells the tale of three young women who accidentally bring back the Sanderson sisters to modern-day Salem and must figure out how to stop the child-hungry witches from wreaking havoc on the world. Okay, so like I said, going into this pretty much blind. I didn't know really too much about it. I was a huge fan of the original one back in 1993. Loved everything about that. Was a little upset to find out that they did not bring back Max and I can't think of his sister's name. It escapes me. They didn't bring back those two. I really wish they would have came back for the sequel, but I guess they didn't want to go that route. They wanted to go a fresh take. So I like the way that this one went about bringing them back. Still did the same thing with the Black Flame Candle. You know, the Sanderson sisters are still there trying to do, you know, what they always do. Winfred, I like the little intro with Winfred as a young, I guess she was a child / teenager with her and her sisters. I love the Sarah and Mary. I love the way that went. The opening, 10 minutes or so, got to see how exactly they became the way that they were. They were shunned from their city. Winfred was a little smartass, so obviously the town wasn't a huge fan. And that little scene with the spider had me rolling because I hate spiders, so I can totally understand where they are coming from when that scene happened with the Reverend and whatnot. But we flash back to current day. We meet this new cast of characters. Obviously there's two best friends. They had a third best friend, but something happened. Something went down. She had a boyfriend, so they kind of like drifted apart. And the whole time throughout this movie, they're trying to bring her back in to join the trifecta. And it's kind of similar to the Sanderson sisters from in the beginning and throughout this film, because this film kind of has the message of bonding and sistership and kinship and just being with the ones that you love. Because if you watch this movie, when you get to the end, that's pretty much what wraps up the story and how the final act is resolved. That's the whole moral of the story. But of course you gotta like the Black Flame Candle. We got all the usual tricks that the witches try to do. They do new singing numbers at the party, kind of similar to the original where they sang "I Put a Spell on You." They did another rendition. New song added, "The Witches Are Back." They're doing this choreographed dance in the middle of the woods for some reason. And the girls are like, who are they performing for? Because it just seems ridiculous that they just come back and they're singing a whole song about the witches are back and stuff, and they're going to kill the kids. And for what? Because there's nobody watching. But it is what it is. It's a Disney movie. Got to put the songs in. Got to put the singing and dancing. We get it. Really had a good time with this movie throughout. It never bored me. I never lost interest in the movie from the beginning to the end. I thought my kids really would have enjoyed it. They really didn't. They fell asleep and were on their phones. They didn't really care about this movie at all. And my wife isn't a huge fan of the first one, so I really didn't think I was going to get her to like this one. But she actually liked this. She prefers this one to the original, so that was very shocking. And that's saying something about this film. I think it brought the witches back in a big way. Obviously, there probably won't be any more. This is probably the only sequel we're ever going to get. And I mean, look how long it took. Almost 30 years to get another sequel to Hocus Pocus, which is a beloved classic, especially around the Halloween time and October feel. So very shocking. Don't look for a sequel to this one. This one kind of has a absolute ending. There's really no going back unless they diverge into the new story. which I'm not going to do any spoilers because it's obviously brand new. But I highly recommend checking it out. It definitely has that Halloween fall atmosphere. It'll bring that nostalgia back from the first one. I think you're really going to like it. And I think you're really going to have a good time with it, especially if you're going to watch it with your kids and they're into this kind of thing. They're going to love it. Very family friendly, obviously. You're really going to like it. And you like the way the witches, Winfred turns out to be in the end. It's definitely the total 180 from what you're used to. And you really, trying to tug at those heartstrings about, make sure you keep your family close. Don't give up everything to lose what you already have. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what the moral of the story is. But I highly recommend it. If I had to rate this film, I would give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I would highly recommend checking it out. And if you have seen it, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it. And Billy Butcherson, my favorite part of the whole movie, loses his head again. Gilbert the Great. He's a great addition to the team, even though I kept saying Gilbert Grape the entire time. You'll see what I mean when you watch the film. But definitely go check it out. Enjoy it. And if you're new to the channel for 31 Days of Myers, I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. All the usual YouTube stuff. And if you're looking to support mediocrity in any way, shape, or form, links are down below to my Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, and my YouTube membership. I will see you guys in the next one as we roll along 31 Days of Myers, getting closer to Halloween Ends on October 14th. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And thanks again for stopping in to spend just a minute of your time with me. I could not do any of this without you. Mwah! Grind and slash and F and bashing all day.